going to talk about information and communication technology, or simply ICT. This topic is very important because it is part of our daily lives. From the moment we use our phones, access internet, or even just send a message, we already use an ICT. So, what is ICT? ICT refers to different technologies that allow us to access, create, and share information in digital form. It is not just about computers, it also includes the internet, mobile devices, and communication networks. Basically, without ICT, we couldn't have online classes, social media, or even simple texting. Let us take a look on how ICT developed over time. In 1951, the first commercial computer, called Univac 1, was created to process data. Then in 1960s, televisions and radios became widespread, allowing education to reach beyond the classroom. By 20th century, the internet was introduced, which completely changed the way we communicate. And in the 21st century, mobile phones and smartphones made ICT more accessible to almost everyone. As you can see, ICT keeps growing and growing. Let's take a look at the topic part by part. Information refers to the knowledge obtained from reading, investigation, study, or research. The tools to transmit information are the telephones, televisions, and radio. Information is knowledge and help us to fulfill our daily tasks. Second, we have communication. It refers to an act of transmitting messages. It is a process whereby information is exchanged between individuals using symbols, signs, and verbal interactions. Technology, the use of scientific knowledge, experiences, and resources to create processes, products that fulfill human needs. Technology is in vital communication. So when we put these three together, information, communication, and technology, we get ICT, which is the backbone of modern learning and interaction. As we can see, we have a graphic presentation of ICT concept. Using graphic helps us better to understand how information, communication, and technology are connected. It reminds us that ICT is not just about machines, but also about the people and how they interact with technology. Now, ICT is made up of four main components. First, hardware, which includes physical devices like computers and mobile phones. Second is software, which are the programs and apps that make these devices work. Third is networking, which connects everything together through the internet and intranet. And last is services, which includes these like data storage, cloud computing, and technical support. When we combine these four components, it makes ICT function effectively. ICT also plays a big role in education. There are four pillars that guide us how ICT is used in learning. First is learning to know, which focuses on gaining the knowledge and understanding. Second, learning to do, which means developing the practical skills we can use in our real life. Third, learning to live together, which emphasizes teamwork and social skills. And finally, learning to be, which focuses on personal growth, values, and ethics. This pillar shows us that ICT is not just about using gadgets, it is about preparing us for future. Educational ICT tools is divided into categories: input source, output source, and others. In school, we use different ICT tools. These tools are grouped into three categories. The first are input sources like keywords, scanners, or apps for informations. Second are the output sources like projectors, printers, or monitors that shows us the result. The last category is others, which includes tools for communication and collaboration, such as Google Meet, Zoom, or even social media platforms. These tools make learning easier, more interactive, and even engaging. ICT has several key characteristics. First, it involves integration of technologies, which means it combines computers, telecommunication, and broadcasting. Second, ICT is dynamic and evolving, which means it keeps changing. New apps, gadgets, and software are being developed all the time. And third, ICT makes communication much easier through emails, video calls, and social media, helping people interact in real time no matter where they are. Fourth, it supports education by providing access to resources and online learning. It also promotes accessibility and exclusivity, making sure that even learning with disability can benefit. ICT improves efficiency and productivity because it saves time and effort, especially in business and school staff. Finally, ICT allows global connectivity, connecting people and organizations all over the world instantly. These qualities makes ICT one of the most powerful tools of our generation. And that's the end of our discussion on ICT. Today, we learned about its meaning, history, core components, role in education, and key characteristics. I hope you know understanding how ICT is not just about technology, but also about how it changed the way we live, learn, and communicate. For listening, and that